What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, Then Came Roatan. This is your girl, Audrey. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press that bell so you can be alerted every time I upload a video. On my channel, you can expect to find information and inspiration about living abroad. I am currently living on the beautiful island of Roatan. So, today we are talking about the COVID-19 update for Roatan. The last time I did a video, it was in July, and a lot has changed since then. I believe the biggest news we have since then is that Roatan is officially open for y'all to come and visit. So if you're interested in hearing about how we're dealing with COVID-19 and the reopening plans, please continue watching and don't forget to share. So just a reminder, Roatan has been shut down since the middle of March, and we didn't get our first case though until May. So first I want to begin by sharing with you guys the updated statistics as of September 15th from the Bay Islands Department of Health. So as of September 15th, we have total number of cases, 907. Total number of active cases, 744. Total number of recuperated cases, 146. Total number of deaths, 17. So the numbers have went up quite a bit since I did my first video, but I just want to point out that Roatan is going through its peak period now compared to those on the mainland, because remember, we didn't receive our first confirmed case until May. When we shut down in March, there were already cases on the mainland. So there are cities on the mainland that are actually seeing a decrease in the number of cases, and the hope is that we will follow the same trend. So how's our local government and the Department of Health handling this situation? I'd say they're handling it the best way that they can. The public hospitals is overcrowded right now with COVID-19 patients. However, a couple of months ago, a COVID treatment center was created in the middle of the island around French Harbor. So thank God for that, because those who cannot fit in the public hospital are being moved to that COVID treatment center in French Harbor. Also, the Department of Health has received generous donations from different private organizations and individuals. Just recently, the Honduran government donated 50 hospital beds, and they also sent over some more medical staff. So now let's talk about the current restrictions, how life is for us on the island right now. The last time we spoke, we were on a really strict schedule, and they've eased up a little bit, but there's still some restrictions there. So first of all, the last time we spoke, I told you that we're only allowed to circulate according to the last digit of your ID. Well, it's still the same way now, but instead of only circulating Monday to Friday, we are now able to circulate Monday through Sunday. So before, Monday would be 1, Tuesday 2, and on Friday would end with 5, and number 6 wouldn't start until the following Monday. Well, now it just continues. So if Monday starts with 1, then Saturday is 6, Sunday is 7, and Monday is 8. So it gives us more days to be able to move around. Also, last time we spoke, I told you that we had a curfew that was 5 p.m. Well, the curfew has been extended to 8 p.m. All businesses are allowed to be open. However, they must enforce strict biosecurity measures, which is, using the mask, social distancing, gel, and sanitizing throughout the day. If you're taking public transportation, taxis and buses are not allowed to pick up passengers who do not have on a mask. So now the answer that everyone has been waiting for, yes, Roatan is finally open for international travel, and I'm going to break down exactly what you have to do to get here. So the first thing you have to do is actually find a flight to Roatan. And right now, the only airline flying directly from the United States to Roatan is American Airlines from the Miami airport. There are plans for more airlines to begin flying directly to Roatan as the months pass, but for right now, it's just American Airlines. If you are unable to fly from Miami directly to Roatan, or if you don't want American Airlines, your other option is to fly to the mainland, either to San Pedro Sula Airport or to the airport of Tegucigalpa. So there are way more options for you. I know Delta's flying there, United is flying there, Spirit is also flying there. Now, if you fly into the mainland, San Pedro Sula or Tegucigalpa, and you're wondering how to get to the island, once you book your ticket to the mainland of Honduras, then you have to book a ticket with a local airline. It can be Lahnsa, it can be CM Airlines. I'll put a link in the description below. So once you have your ticket booked to Honduras, then you have to coordinate with a local airline to fly from San Pedro Sula or Tegucigalpa to the island, to Roatan. Now, depending on your flight schedule, you may or may not be able to fly into Roatan the same day that you arrive to Honduras. If that is the case, then you should start looking for a hotel around the airport. And some more good news about traveling within the country. As of Monday, September 14th, the ferry has been authorized to run 7 days out of the week. However, instead of doing 2 trips as they normally would do, they're only doing 1 trip a day. But it's another option for you to get from the mainland to Roatan. Now, the ferry leaves from the city of La Ceiba to Roatan. So it's just another option for you. I will leave a link to the ferry in the description box, and you can contact them for more information. So once you finally have your ticket, the next step that you have to do is take a COVID-19 test. Now, to get into the island, they do allow a rapid test, and they also allow a PCR test. However, if you take the rapid test, you must be quarantined for 14 days. If you take the PCR test, then you are able to pass through immigration and go wherever you're scheduled to go to. Another thing, the tests have to be completed no earlier than 72 hours before your plane arrives to Honduras or to Roatan. And they are being very, very strict about the time. So if you take it 4 days before, if you take it 3.5 days before, they will not let you in. Next, in addition to having a negative PCR or rapid test results within 72 hours, you also have to fill out a PreCheckeo form within those 72 hours in order to fly into Roatan. Basically, it's like a pre-check form with a bunch of questions, and you can order and you can fill it out online. So I will leave a link to that pre-check form in the description box below. As I said earlier, there is a system in place for the locals and the residents of Roatan to circulate according to the last digit of their ID number. However, if you are a tourist, then you are able to circulate any day of the week. If you happen to be questioned by a cop or a government official, you can use your round trip ticket or your hotel reservation as a permission for you to be out and about. So I have some tips I would like to share with you if you're thinking about traveling to Roatan right now. Number 1, regarding the rapid test or the PCR, although Roatan gives you the option of having either or, I've heard some people say that there are airlines that only accept PCR tests. So I would just go with the PCR test because it is valid in Honduras, and the airlines would accept it. So just to avoid the hassle and turning around, although we do have the option, I would just take the PCR test. Number 2, please don't complain about having nothing to do when you get to the island. A lot of businesses are still closed, but there are businesses that are open. Remember, we are going through a pandemic worldwide, so do not expect the norm. If you've been to Roatan before, don't expect it to be the same. And please, whatever business is open, please go visit, please go patronize, because they really need the business right now. Since the government has this 8 p.m. curfew in place, although you as a tourist is allowed to circulate whenever you want, don't expect to find a nightlife right now because all of the bars are closed by 8 p.m. Make 3 copies of your test results, hard copies. Some officers are not accepting anything on your cell phone. So I would just make 3 hard copies, and I would highlight your name, the date of the test, and your test result, just to make the process of checking in faster. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for you today regarding the COVID-19 update on the island. As you can see, it's dark outside and the hubby and I have an improvised date night plan, so I gotta go. But before I leave, I wanted to remind you guys, in my first video, I made a list of organizations that are doing some amazing things to help the people on the island. So if you are interested in supporting an organization with any type of donation, please refer to my first video for that list. I'll also leave a link to that in the description box. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye guys.